buds. They coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic. I'm talking taste buds.
Welcome to a very special edition of Taste Buds. Doing something a little bit different here today.
Breaking ground today.
We are going to go with a battle amongst utensils instead of foods themselves. This was suggested to us by a fan. I
believe I saw it in the comments. It stuck with me, and we mentioned it. Usually, right before we start an episode, we go, "What are we going to do?" You know, we just riff everything, and I said this would be funny, and we were both cracked up. We said, "Let's just do it. Let's do it."
Yeah,
we might move this podcast after we're done with all the foods. You might go into other areas. We mentioned that at the top.
Yeah.
This is still food related to me, though. This is very
Absolutely.
in the mix.
Fork versus spoon. We didn't know who should take which. We didn't know who would get creamed. We didn't know what was what. So we're also doing something new for the first time in the episode. We do not have our sides picked. We're picking.
Well, I don't want to. All right, here's the thing. I don't want to say who we kind of both thought might win.
Okay.
Right? But we did. We both thought that one was a little favorable to the other. And we both, like a lot of times when we like the same thing or we want to do the same thing, we'll either not do it or we'll pick something else, like how we didn't do let's say Captain Crunch Berries. We had two other cereals because we both agree on the number one.
Right.
So instead, this time we said, well, let's pick cold out of a hat the utensil that we'll argue for, because we both think we can make a case for either, depending.
Right. So we are going to pick which team we will represent out of the hat right now that Pimp is providing for us.
So, yeah, you're getting that on camera. So you're going to decide our fate.
Yeah, I'm going to close my eyes.
Why are you so disappointed? It's the ultimate utensil. I did a little research. The spoon was invented before anything. Cavemen used it. The fork was invented to try to improve the spoon.
Listen.
Which is my opening argument.
I love a spoon.
I love a spoon.
And I got to be honest.
But both utensils, I love them.
My disappointment is not about...
Cheers.
Pimp?
We're all drinking little Moscow mules today.
My disappointment is not in my preference. My disappointment is in what I think will win according to popular vote.
Truly, we have no clue. But
we don't have any clue. So
how could we, right?
I will start off by saying...
both have their own purposes, and we both thought, though, that fork might be the favorite.
Well,
and so we thought, to be fair, we would choose out of a hat.
I will say that when we first discussed doing this, I said, I think I would go with spoon. And you said, why? And I said, because I feel like you can eat more fork foods with a spoon than you can spoon foods with a fork. So you can't eat soup with a fork. I guess you could eat ice cream with a fork if you had to. But I feel like with the right spoon, I could... I mean, people say, well, what about spaghetti? You need a fork. I could cut up spaghetti with a spoon and scoop it up.
That's ambitious.
You could do it.
It's ambitious.
I could cut meatballs up with a spoon. I could cut sausage with a spoon and eat it if I had to. Steak, you'd probably have a problem. Certain chickens, you could get through it. Certain fish, you can get through it. I don't know that you could say the same for spoon foods with a fork. You can't eat soup with a fork. You just can't. You can't do it. You could eat some of the things out of the soup, but you couldn't do it. So if I was stranded on a desert island and I had a choice for one utensil for the rest of my meals, I'd probably have to pick spoon. And in fact, I think I'd even pick knife over fork.
Never mind the knife.
For versatility.
Why are you abandoning the spoon in under 2 minutes?
I'm just saying, I'm not abandoning anything.
But you're already throwing in the knife.
In fact,
I'm watching you. I'm watching you think your way through this and try to convince yourself that the spoon is the choice.
I'll tell you this much. When I use a spork even, I'm using it as a spoon.
A spork is an abomination.
But my
spork
point
was
is
supposed to be the best of both worlds. It should have took over the industry. And yet sporks are rare and hard to be found Maybe you
But
catch one at a KFC.
my point is that's the only place I catch them. But no part of that spork is being used for a fork. It's still being used as a spork.
Well, let's be honest. The prongs on the end of a spork are just lackluster. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, today you were in traffic coming here, and I knew that we were doing fork and spoon. And so what I did was I made a column. I made pros and cons of forks and pros and cons for spoons.
Okay.
So I am also coming today a little prepared with some thoughts in place, but I will not read you the counterpoints. I'm not going to read the negatives of the fork and the positives of the spoon right now from my notes, because I'm not trying to help you win anything, especially because I don't know what order these are going to necessarily air in, but never mind.
Okay. All right. So what's your point? What are you getting at?
I'm just letting you know that when you're ready, I have some thoughts jotted down that I could start to peruse.
I'm ready whenever you are.
I disagree with your take. I think that you could eat anything with a fork that you can with a spoon. I think the surface area...
How would you eat soup with a fork?
Well, let me finish. For the most part, I think the surface area past the prongs, that third of the fork that has a little bit of like surface area, I think as long as you're dunking and you're putting back to your mouth, you might not be getting an abundance of liquid, but you're still going to get soup liquid on that part.
Come on.
But that's not the major point.
Okay.
The major point is I spear anything the fork will take, and then I sip right out of the bowl for the broth.
Well, but that's not the argument. The argument is which is the more versatile utensil.
Correct.
Right.
And I don't need the spoon
I'll tell you what.
to eat soup.
You have a better chance at cutting a steak with just a spoon than you do with just a fork, because a spoon allows you for sharp edges, potentially sharp edges, and a wider point to try to get down into that thing and start an incision.
You got the same curve on the fork, buddy.
You could never.
I'm not buying that.
No, the fork's 4 prongs.
Yeah, because if you have a steak in front of you, if you have a steak in front of you with a fork and a spoon and no knife, you picking up the spoon to cut the steak?
I'm saying I would argue that you could use that spoon to your advantage better.
No one does that. Everybody, if you're not picking up a knife,
your only hope with a fork to cut is side, and it ain't happening with a steak. You need to get a incision in this thing.
If I'm not picking up a knife, I'm cutting my steak with a fork. I'm not going for the spoon.
It's not what I'm
I've
saying.
cut steaks with forks my whole life. I have, especially as a tender. I'm sorry, I ate a lot of fillets. Eating with spoons and cutlery correlates with faster eating that has been linked with blood sugar imbalances in the body. How so? Is it bad to eat with a spoon? Let's take it through. First of all, like I said, the fork came after the spoon because it was made as an improvement to the spoon.
Okay.
As long as your ice cream's not melting, you got it with a fork. Good luck with a spoon eating a steak. Good luck with a spoon eating a salad.
You're not cutting a fork. You're not cutting a steak with a fork. I got news for you. There's no way in hell.
I'll do it right in front of you. What do you mean I'm not? I have, and I will. I'll continue to do so.
I'm talking a London broil. I'm talking a steak you got to cut into. I'm not talking something that slices beef.
A dull circle's going to cut through?
You got a better chance than with a fork.
I don't know about that.
You got a better chance with a fork because you can make an initial incision with a spoon.
No, I can make an initial incision with the prongs.
No, you're
of the
making
fork,
4 holes.
and I can turn sideways.
No.
Yeah, because I get the prongs. I get them into the meat, right? I get them into the meat. Ready? I get them into the meat, and then I turn. And what the prongs are doing, they're coming up through the meat, and they're
That's not how it works. That doesn't work like that.
I mean, that is specifically how it works.
That's not at all how it works. What will happen
specifically how it works.
That's not how it works.
How does it work?
Do you got a piece of meat downstairs? Cooked? We'll put it to the test right now. I'm serious.
I mean, odds are no, but I can go look.
Here's a guy eating a steak with a spoon on the internet.
Yeah, but I could eat a steak with a fork too. Oh, I mean, the steak is the most beautiful tender. He's touching it and it's falling in half.
But my point is you can get, you have.
You don't think what he's doing with that spoon, I could do with a fork?
No, I don't.
The thing fell apart like it was.
I don't. You've got angular edges on that spoon that is allowing you to get an initial incision in. You don't have that with a fork.
Snake oil salesman.
You don't have that with a fork.
Fork, most versatile utensil that exists. Can cut, scoop, and spear. Can be used as a weapon. True.
A larger variety of foods can be physically eaten with a spoon.
Says who? The person who wrote that article? I'm here to tell you no.
Okay.
If I could only choose one, I choose a fork. No matter what food is in front of me, if I could only choose one for the rest of my life, I'm going to choose a fork. A fork is more versatile, and I feel like it'll help me more. If they said one utensil is going to be wiped out of existence, wiped out of circulation, what would everyone vote for? I think more people would vote for the fork. The fork, like I said, anything in a bowl that melts, any liquid, I can drink out of the bowl.
It's not yogurt.
Sauce, tomato sauce, whatever, I can scoop that with a fork. The only thing you're talking about is really liquid.
Scoop
but I don't need I don't need a spoon to finish my soup. I don't need a spoon to finish my ice cream.
You cannot scoop tomato sauce with a fork. Certain kinds of tomato sauce you could get with a fork.
But it still will get on the fork. Where I'm not going to get the abundance of scoop that I'm getting with the spoon. But if I go like this in sauce and put it up to my mouth with a fork, I'm tasting and eating sauce.
Okay,
but you can't. You can't eat a steak with a spoon. And
he's doing
a salad. He's eating a steak that fell apart.
That's like
if I would have looked at that steak and said fall apart, the steak would have fell apart.
That's like saying I can eat. That's like saying I can eat soup with a paintbrush. It's like, come on.
No, it's not.
Here's
someone eating soup with a fork.
So let me see it. I want to see it.
And round
I want to see it. I want to see it.
I mean, look at that. He's eating just as much. Is this ASMR? Oh, it's ASMR.
By the way, you know what he's eating?
Campbell's.
Cold cream of tomato soup that's congealed from a can that he just dumped into a bowl.
That's not congealed.
Yes, it is.
It's not congealed.
That's cold soup he put into a bowl.
Yeah, and it stays on the fork because it's thick enough to not fall through the prongs.
It would stay on a toothpick. It's not a way you're going to eat the whole bowl of soup.
I can even manage cereal or ice cream and drink the rest from the bowl. Can you eat salad with a fork? With a spoon? No.
Certain salads you could.
You can eat mostly all foods with a fork. What about you said you would eat pasta with a spoon?
You can easily cut it up with a spoon.
You can still catch liquid on the fork, on the non-pronged surface area of the fork.
I could catch, what did you say I couldn't eat with a spoon just now?
Salad.
I could catch salad on the spoon. You don't think I'm going to get any of the salad? This is my point.
Oh, that's going to be an abomination. You're trying
is eating the soup with a fork.
Leaves up. So is eating a steak with a spoon. Look, we both know that there are things that the spoon is better for and things that the fork is better for. I'm saying in all the instances, I feel like a spork could cover better in place of a spoon than a spoon can for a fork. Anything that is liquid, I can just pour into my mouth out of the bowl that I'm eating it from. Soup, ramen.
In some Asian countries like Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos, spoons and forks are the primary utensils. What did I say?
Laos.
Laos? Oh, sorry. Speaking of Laoses, they are even used to cut food since knives have no place at the table. Unlike in the United States, it is considered impolite to put the fork into your mouth.
In Asian countries. Well, if we have a lot of Asian people voting, I might be bad. A spoon, I believe, is more of a child's utensil. You're not giving a kid a dangerous fork, not at least young. They're going to stab themselves in the mouth, in the eyeball. A spoon is dull. It's for a child. A fork is a more adult utensil. Yes or no?
No, but sure, whatever you say. But here's the thing. I also like there's a versatility with spoons I don't find with a fork. Now, sure, at the table in a restaurant, they'll give you 2 forks. They'll say one's for your salad, one's for your meal. But spoons, I love the versatility of the spoon. You got a soup spoon, completely different shape from a tablespoon, completely different shape from a teaspoon, completely different shape from a serving spoon. I think you're getting...
The reason you need all those different size spoons is that they all perform different functions because a single spoon wouldn't necessarily be that universal. With a fork, give me one fork, one size, takes care of everything. It's like the Swiss Army knife of utensils. You need all those different size spoons?
I'll tell you what else is gross about a fork. It's barbaric. You've got to stab your food. If you look at a beautiful culture like Asia, for instance, you look at the beautiful culture of the Chinese, chopsticks. They lift the food. They place the food in your mouth, much like a spoon does. Okay? They're not sitting there stabbing their food like barbarians because they can't get it off the plate fast enough.
Let's take a poll. Let's take a separate poll. Let's ask all of our listeners when they use forks, do they feel like barbarians?
No separate polls. That's not how this show works.
Is that what do you stab your food when you eat it, or do you just? I'm
just saying. I think it's an interesting thing that in Asian countries it's considered grotesque uncouth to put the fork into your mouth.
The stabbing part of the fork, the prongs, are its primal.
Primal. You said it, not me.
It's the selling point of the fork. I'm getting sturdiness. I'm getting dependability. I'm spearing a piece of chicken. The thing that's going in my mouth, I could hold on the fork and have a conversation with you. I could have an animated conversation with you. We could be talking. I could be like, "Are you kidding me? Get out of town, you son of a bitch!" And I popped it right in my mouth. Whatever I spear, it's not going anywhere. You pick up a spoon and you eat, and you can have an animated conversation. You're gonna be like,
you gotta eat like you gotta eat like a human being. Instead of flailing your arms all around the room.
And then also the odds that something's falling out of that spoon as opposed to something falling off the spork, the fork, is like 10 to 1.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. You fill to the rim with liquid here, and you got to bring it to your mouth. There's always that little dance of like, oh God, just please don't.
Let's talk rice. Let's talk rice.
Let's talk rice.
One of the great base foods in all cuisines.
Yeah.
And
you think you can't pick up rice with a fork?
You can.
I mean, I do it with chopsticks.
You can.
It's like 2 sticks.
You can. It's falling off. Nice spoon with some rice. Are you kidding me?
Don't bring rice into this because rice falls right off a chopstick.
We're not talking about a chopstick. We're talking about spoons and
chopsticks
forks.
were made for rice. Like literally, like the rice is eaten most worldwide.
That's
with
why
chopsticks.
when you eat rice with chopsticks, a lot of time you bring the bowl to your mouth and do more of a scooping fashion. But my point is,
I could eat rice with a fork all day until the cows they come home to me.
You're losing a lot of rice, buddy. You're losing a lot of rice.
Are you
off
insane?
That fork. If you don't have a sticky rice,
but rice by nature sticks together, Joe. When was the last time every piece of rice in your plate was separate from the other thing? The other piece of rice. There's
a reason there's something called sticky rice.
That's very sticky. But rice in general still compounds
together. How about oatmeal?
Oh, I could eat oatmeal with a fork. Without a doubt. Are you steel cut? It's thick. It's firm. I eat oatmeal with a fork all the time.
I eat oatmeal with a fork all the time.
Well, you're the one over here opening with, I'll eat a steak with a spoon.
I didn't.
That's more ridiculous.
What I said was, if you were not allowed to have a knife and you were only given one utensil to eat a steak with, I think you have a better shot at cutting with the spoon.
You are crazy.
I'm not crazy.
You're crazy.
That's why I said let's test it on meat.
Why would you not agree with me that if I took my 4 prongs on a fork, and sometimes they get fancy and do 3 prongs.
Because the prongs don't help you. They're making 3 separate holes. That's not what you
put them
need.
in, and then I use my wrist to go like this, and then I cut the meat from the inside with the 4 prongs.
You take a spoon that's a little more oval shaped than this, that has a little more of a point on the end of it, and you go like this, down into the meat with that. And then this way, you have so much more circumference on this to cut with.
All I have to do with the fork, though, is go down from the side. That's how I cut every single piece of food. I rarely pick up a knife, as a matter of fact. Because
rarely?
I do. Because I find that the fork, I can cut most things with the fork. Most.
Really?
Yeah, I just put a little wrist grease into it.
Okay, all right.
And I slice right through whatever I need.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know what to tell you. That sounds like a lunatic talking, but, there's a knife there for a reason, but that's besides the point.
What about,
French onion soup? Fork? I don't think so, pal.
Yeah.
You're crazy,
Bread,
Sal.
Gruyere cheese, onions, all on the fork. Rest, sip from the bowl. The bowl in itself is a big spoon without a handle. You understand that, right? All the spoon is a small bowl with a handle on the end of it. Okay? So I could throw the spoon out because anything that's served in a bowl, I don't need any utensils for it. But you need a fork. You need it for certain foods. You can't do it with a spoon.
You don't need it.
A nice big leafy salad, you're not having a good time with a spoon there.
So what is the difference? Here's the thing. If you can go
anything tough at all.
If you can go barbaric enough to say, hold on. If you can go barbaric enough to say, well, with soup, I'll just pick up the bowl and slurp it out.
That's not
then
barbaric.
Why can't I say, well, with salad, I'll get what I can with the spoon and then just pick up the rest with my hands?
I would be cursing at the end of a meal if I had to eat a big bowl of salad with a spoon. I would really probably at the end of it try to want to shake a child.
You're not answering my question. You're bringing a second utensil into the mix with your soup argument. You're saying I'll use the fork for as far as I can get, and then I'll just pick up the bowl and drink it. What I'm saying is, well, by that logic, I'll just eat what I can with the salad with the spoon, and then I'll just pick up the plate and slide it into my mouth or whatever.
No, Joe, that's not the same
come
thing.
on.
The reason for it is because I can spear anything that the fork will have out of the bowl of soup. When it's done with just broth, the bowl is the perfect receptacle that fits my mouth to a T, that is designed for me to drink it out, and I will have that bowl completely empty with no issues. If you're trying to scoop out a salad just with a spoon, you're not going to get as much as you can and then turn the plate sideways and have all the roughage come shooting down into your gullet. It's going to be a big mess. You can't do the same thing. It's not apples to apples.
Then what's the difference if I say I use my hands? What's the difference?
You called lifting a bowl to your mouth and sipping out of it barbaric.
I got to tell you something.
But you're going to be just fisting greens.
Yeah.
And that's not barbaric.
It is barbaric. I'm bringing one barbaric thing to meet another. I think people picking up a bowl and slurping out of it is gross and unmannerly. And if I saw somebody do it at a restaurant, I would think certain things of that person.
Okay, but you're talking about a world where all utensils exist and are used. And we're talking about what is the better utensil. And I'm just saying that I'm not saying that I'm going to go to a restaurant and choose not to use a spoon just because. But I'm saying if I had to choose one for the rest of my life, I'm going to choose a fork.
You're on a desert island. All you got to eat is coconuts.
What are we doing that we're always finding ourselves on these islands?
I'm just asking you a
along?
question. You're on a desert island. All you got to eat is coconuts.
You know it.
Fork? You're
know
nuts.
How you opening that? How you opening the coconut?
On a rock, like Tom Hanks in Castaway, and then I'm going to scoop things out with a spoon. In fact, I believe Tom Hanks fashioned himself a spoon for the coconuts in Castaway.
Unclear. All I'm saying is anything you could scoop out of a coconut with a spoon, I could scoop out of a coconut with a fork.
No, you
As a matter of fact, I think the prongs of a fork will serve me better in the world of coconut.
No, you can't. You are discounting the use of the edge of the spoon, the shape of the spoon, and why.
I think you're overselling the shape of the spoon.
No, I'm telling you. Let's talk bare bottom, folks.
I'll tell you what. I got 2 bags of stuff that I ordered here, and I have been wearing. I've almost worn everything in like the 2 weeks straight that I've had it.
Yeah,
because it's like that beautiful medium ground between like dressing up and like also just like being able to just go anywhere with it.
I love something that's because I'm a single man.
Oh, you need a versatile piece of garment.
You need exactly because you don't want to show up on a date going, "I'm trying too hard," or "Hey, lady, I don't care."
Right. Neither of
You
those.
want to show up where she goes, "He's just right." We're talking the third bowl of porridge, babe.
Yeah. You want to go from the gym where you're bench pressing all sorts of pounds.
That's right.
And you want to be able to skirt right over there to lunch at a nice outdoor cafe where you sip your coffee.
This is what I'm saying. And I love bare bottom slacks. I said it before. I'll say it again. Internet's best deal is coming from these guys.
Joe's got those bare bottom slacks, boots with the furs.
They got the best deal on high quality and versatile menswear. Plus, they got 10,000 5-star reviews, which doesn't hurt. And I like that they're giving back, too. That's part of what the company does. Bare Bottom has donated over 100,000 pairs of shorts to children in need. And they're going to start this summer with donating a school lunch for each item.
Can I ask, why doesn't every clothing company do that? Can we all do that?
We should all.
I mean, why do they have to be? I mean, Bare Bottom is the only people doing this.
Yeah. So support Bare Bottom. Right now, our listeners get free shipping off their first order of these super comfortable threads.
Where they got to go, Joe? Where they got to go?
BareBottomClothing.com. Use that promo code TasteBuds. That's BareBottomClothing.com. Spelled BEAR. Like the animal bottom. Clothing.com. And use the promo code TasteBuds. Get yourself some free shipping.
Dude, I swear to God, you know me well. You know my favorite stuff. I'm truffles all the way. We got a package in the mail because our new sponsor is Truff, the brand Truff.
Yes, I was very excited.
I tore that open like it was nobody's business.
I was very excited.
I have the full Truff product line. I have been eating truffle infused. First of all, there's the hot sauce, which is unbelievable. Then there's the hotter sauce, which is cool. Then there's a mayo, and there's a hot mayo.
Yeah, and a truffle oil. Don't forget.
The truffle oil, and then there's also the white truffle one. Usually, it's like black truffle, but they have the white truffle too.
Very cool.
I keep hearing about it out of nowhere now, and I looked it up. 2 dudes.
Yeah.
Did it out of their garage.
Yeah.
They just tested hundreds of sauces out of like their family's garage.
I think that's so cool. And they landed on Truff, which they describe as a luxurious hot sauce infused with black truffle.
Hot sauce is all the rage right now. Like I've been seeing it like everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, obviously you got all the shows on television now using. I don't know if we're allowed to mention them, but hot sauce is having a renaissance right now.
So this is a luxury hot sauce brand. It's inspired by elegance and indulgence of truffles, obviously. I like Truff. It's like a luxury sort of hot sauce brand, and it's based in truffles. So obviously,
black truffles, there's chilies, there's like all sorts of spices.
Yeah.
I think agave nectar.
Yeah, and what I think is cool about it is it's something that you could. It's a hot sauce that you can put on certain dishes, and it's going to really pop with the certain things that you blend it with. I like that. I like that it almost functions like a wine.
I was like
hot sauce.
I'm telling you, I keep hearing about it, and then we were gonna. I put it in when I was ordering like Amazon, my Whole Foods,
right?
And it's the #1 on there. So I guess it's having a real big explosion.
Yeah.
Right now.
So we got an offer for you. You can get 15% off site wide. Meaning whatever you get.
All the products. Because
Yeah.
they don't just have the hot sauce. The hot sauce is dope.
Yeah.
But they have everything.
Yeah.
If I could have all truffle everything every day, I would. So this
I think that's a little crazy.
No,
Or maybe,
not for me. No. I said it. I speak my own truth.
Okay. I almost think you need to talk to somebody about that.
No.
But I do love Truff. Get 15% off site-wide plus free shipping when you use promo code TasteBuds at Truff.com. That's get 15% off site-wide plus free shipping with promo code TasteBuds at Truff.com. That's TRUFF.com. 15% off everything at Truff, TRUFF. F is for fantastic.com using that promo code Taste Buds. You can't do this with a fork. And bottom of the Ben & Jerry's tub, you can't get in there with a fork like you can with it. You know you can't.
If I'm only carrying one thing on me, I'm carrying a fork. That's it.
All right.
I mean, also, if I had to go to battle, I told you, I don't want to discount the fork as a weapon.
Oh, dude, they'll give you a spoon in battle before they give you a fork.
How so? I will stab you with a fork immediately. What are you going to do with a spoon? What are you going to do?
Florida, a man was executed Tuesday for fatally stabbing a prison guard with a sharpened spoon. Shank. While on death row for that.
He had to sharpen it.
Say what's the?
You didn't just pull out a tablespoon and kill somebody.
I want you to type these exact words. Well, you can pick the bowl up to your mouth. I can sharpen my spoon.
You could put murder with a spoon, murder with a fork, murder with a fork, murder with a knife.
What is the
it's all going to come up. It's the internet.
I want you to exactly like this, pimp. What is the one utensil they give you in the army? Just put that. I want to see what comes up.
Why do they give you only one utensil?
Because sometimes you only get. Look at that.
They give you a splade or a sporve, which is a combination of a fork, knife, and spoon.
Well, once again, spoon takes precedence. Splade starts with spoon. Sporks starts with spoon. Spoon is where it all begins.
Look at that.
That thing's awesome.
Wow.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Where's the knife? It's on the end.
It's on the side.
Wow. Well, you can't. That doesn't come into the argument.
But I'm saying
it's all three utensils in one.
No, it comes into the argument in. You see the indentation in the back of the fork that proves you can't just eat anything with a fork. You need an indentation.
You need prongs.
I don't know. I don't think you need the prongs all the time, to be honest. I'm trying to think of a food where I need prongs. Salad was a great one. Spoons are used primarily for eating liquid or semi-liquid foods, such as soup, stew,
They showed 15 different spoons.
ice cream, and very small powdery solid items, which cannot be easily lifted with a fork, such as rice, sugar, cereals, and green pea. Ooh, green peas.
Oh, I eat my peas. I eat my peas with a fork.
That's a great point.
I eat my peas with a fork all the time.
In
I
Asia.
actually only eat peas with a fork.
In
so
Southeast-
that could take a walk.
In Southeast Asia, spoons are the primary utensil used for eating. Forks are used to push food, such as rice, onto the spoon.
All right, but they have a different culture and a different. They do things differently out there. That doesn't mean to me that fork is not going to win here. I mean, they eat with chopsticks. Seinfeld has that great bit. I've mentioned it on here already.
Tell you what.
He's like, I gotta hand it to the Chinese people. They're really hanging in there with the chopsticks.
You think you're gonna make?
They've seen the fork.
You think you're gonna make a nice peanut butter and jelly with a fork?
I have.
No, you haven't.
I do whatever I need to do.
No, you haven't.
I do too. I scoop it out.
You haven't.
I have. I'm telling you I have. I'm not
Why
sitting
would
here.
you?
I didn't show up to lie
Why
to
would you
today.
But why would you do that?
When I
other
need
than
to.
prepare. When do you need to do that?
I don't know. I'll give you an example. Let's say like there were only plastic utensils wherever I was. If it was outdoors, barbecue pit, whatever, and I was making a sandwich and there was no forks.
So you're
no knives.
Let me get this straight. You're at an outdoor function.
All I'm telling you
They have
is that I
they
have
have a
done
peanut
it.
butter and jelly bar, and they have spoons available and forks
An
available.
outdoor
And you
function and a
chose
peanut butter and jelly
you chose
bar.
to use a fork instead of a spoon.
No, Joe. All I'm telling you is if you want to challenge me, I'll go downstairs right now. I'll get bread, peanut butter and jelly, and a fork only. I'll come up. I'll make the sandwich in front of you with ease, and then I'll eat it. And I will just put you to shame.
I'll tell you what.
I will
March
do
your
it.
ass downstairs right now.
Don't
Get a jar of peanut butter. Get
shout out Saratoga peanut butter.
Get 2 pieces of bread.
I mean, I'm gonna make the sandwich, Joe.
I'm gonna make it too.
I'm just gonna, from the back side of the fork. I'm gonna scoop the peanut butter, and I'm gonna use it angled like a spoon to spread it.
Just
the
moves.
jelly,
no
jelly,
words,
like that.
No words, just
jelly
move.
scoops
I'm
right out,
sitting right here.
and you know what's gonna help?
I'm sitting right
My
here.
prongs from the fork are gonna slice through the jelly, and in a way that breaks it down and makes it more
I'm
spreadable.
sitting right here. Show me this.
Your spoon is just gonna push jelly to the corners.
Pimp, I mean, I don't know why we're talking about it. Let's see it in action. I'm sitting here. Go ahead.
But what is this gonna prove?
It's going to prove that the spoon is much better.
So when I come upstairs right now with 2 pieces of bread, peanut butter and jelly in the fork, and I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in front of you, which I'm about to do.
You're going to make a shit peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I'm going to make it very simply, and then what happens after that?
I want to see how
on the
simply,
heels of that, what happens?
I want to see how simply you make it. I don't believe you. I don't believe you can make a nice peanut butter and jelly with a fork.
But I'm going to make the sandwich, Joe.
You'll make the sandwich.
And then
you'll make the sandwich.
Where do we stand
It
when
will
I'm done making the sandwich?
I think our fans would like to see this technique that you have that's going to make such a beautiful peanut butter and jelly with a fork.
Let me talk to you. You don't think that you can make a peanut butter and jelly with a fork?
Oh, you can make one.
Well, that is all I'm saying.
It's going to be shit. It's going to be a messy,
You don't
sloppy
think
mess.
that I could pull it together and just spread the peanut butter evenly on a slice of bread with
Nope.
You think I'm going to get up here and be like, whoa, and everything's just going to go flying all over the place? Who
don't
am I,
know.
the Swedish chef?
I'm sitting here waiting to see you do it.
Oh, my God.
Then 2 slices of bread. We'll each do our own utensil.
We're going to just make 2 sandwiches and eat
We're gonna just do it. What is the problem?
I think you can't make one with a spoon. So what is the point of you making
Because you're talking like you can whip this thing together with a fork and it's gonna look fine, and it's not.
Here's what I'm telling you, Pally. I'm going to go get it right now, and I'm going to make
Talk on the mic. If you're gonna talk on the mic.
I walked away. I walked away. Listen, I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to make it in front of you. And all you're going to do is you're going to try and harp on any little thing.
I'm not. I want to see you with ease, as you said.
With ease.
Put this together.
Swear to Christ.
Go ahead. I'm waiting. This is a first. Another first here at Taste Buds. We're actually going to see it happen in action. Sal Vulcano going down to the kitchen to get a fork, some peanut butter, some jelly, 2 pieces of bread. We're each going to make a one-sided sandwich, peanut butter and jelly. I will only be using my fork, my spoon. He's going to come up and use his fork. Now, before he returns, as I said, do I think it's possible? Of course it is. I saw a guy once cook a steak on a car motor. Anything is possible. Is it going to be good is the question. That's the question. Here he comes back in, folks. The man of the hour. Did you get 2 pieces of bread?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just making sure, you know.
In what world am I getting 1 piece of bread?
Well, because you got to use one and I got to use one.
I would have used the Taste Buds signature peanut butter, but it's so delicious. I talk the talk, I walk the walk. I just want to let you know there's none left.
All right.
So
I love it.
I'm going to use a creamy, no stir.
What the hell kind of bread is this?
This is fresh baked stone ground sourdough bread from Baltazar.
All right.
Yeah, it's real great bread, and you tried to trash it, but
I
immediately
didn't,
you
but
saw the
I
error
mean,
of your ways.
This is like you just defrosted a loaf of Italian bread.
Well, I keep my bread in the fridge.
All right.
I keep certain bread I keep in the fridge.
What are you doing?
Why are you taking that?
You go one side, I go the other side.
I didn't bring a spoon. I'm making a sandwich.
I've got a spoon. You put your peanut butter on yours with your fork. I'll put mine on with a spoon.
Do you know how easy this is going to be?
Show me, babe.
Show me, babe. So you
stop talking and start showing.
But I thought the problem was you think that I can't make this.
I
never told you that you can't make one with a spoon.
I know. I just want to see how drastically better it looks with the spoon.
Ready?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Here we go. There it is. Nice and easy. Okay, there's that part of it. Okay. I mean, that's evenly spread.
Wait, don't close that yet. Now we got to show how the peanut butter goes on with the
Tim,
spoon.
you want to get a shot of how evenly spread that was in maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 seconds maybe?
It's got lines.
See that? It's got lines.
Hold on a second. Slow down, champ.
I got to do this because I don't want to double dip. I don't want to lick it and put it back in the. I'm considerate. Okay, so I'm wiping the peanut butter off of it.
Hold on.
And wipe that off.
Look at that. Look at that.
He's taking longer than I did. Even.
Look at that. With HelloFresh. Let's talk HelloFresh.
Let's talk. I want to talk.
Hello.
Hello.
Fresh.
Knock. Ding dong.
Knock knock.
Who is it?
Fresh.
Fresh who?
Hello.
You did not do that right. I don't even know what just happened.
I did my best. Look, HelloFresh.
I want to talk HelloFresh though.
You're going to get your fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your front door. People are complaining all the time. I don't have time to cook. The delivery apps are too expensive. Why do I got to pay a delivery fee? I don't like fast food. Guys, here is your chance to get quality meals brought to your house. They're going to lay it out for you, paint by numbers style, and you're going to be able to cook in 30 minutes or less. I'm talking cooking to the table, 30 minutes or less.
It's for all meals, 3 meals a day, plus snacks and special treats in between. 28% cheaper than shopping at a local grocery store, 72% cheaper than a restaurant. I'm just saying, I am all about the convenience. And if you want to start to learn, if you don't cook normally, one thing I don't like too is like following a recipe. If I go to the supermarket, I'm like, what do I got to do? I love that it's there.
They got a wide, do it. Wide variety of artisan-style meals, delicious foods, whatever. It's coming right to your door. It could not be easier to make stuff for yourself. It will be literally faster than if you went to get fast food and then drove home again.
Who wants to come home from work and have to worry about making those choices?
So go to HelloFresh.com/tastebuds12. HelloFresh.com/tastebuds12. And then use the promo code tastebuds12 for 12 free meals.
Best deal out there.
I know you're looking at me. And free shipping. You're looking at us going, why Taste Buds 12? Why not just Taste Buds? That'd be easier. Because you're getting 12 free meals plus free shipping.
When was the last time someone but your mama gave you 12 free meals? That was my copy, but
that was great.
Honestly, HelloFresh, if you want to use it, you use it.
No one to end it. That was beautiful. All right, ready?
Guys, we want to talk to you about Buffy. Buffy makes bedding that is earth-friendly and cruelty-free, and that is at the top of a lot of people's list these days. We spent sleepless nights worrying about the impact that the bedding industry has on the environment. Buffy did, and so they decided to change it. Their products are made using only sustainable and recycled materials, which makes them as soft on the planet as they are on your bed.
And this is true. I have the Buffy Breeze comforter.
I'm waiting for mine.
I have tried over and over with so many different comforters to get something that alleviates my night sweats. I'm always hot when I sleep, but then also wasn't something that was weighted or this or that. It's perfect. You feel comforted. You feel coddled. You're under a nice comforter, yet you're cool and feeling good and not sweating. It's 100% plant-based design, and it's breathable.
It's made of eucalyptus fabric. That's cool.
Love it. Yeah,
inside and out. That's softer than cotton.
Yeah,
it soothes the skin naturally. Hypoallergenic. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge because the goose down sometimes will get you sneezing.
There is no down in it.
No.
Buffy offers a free trial. You can try the comforter in your own bed, and if you don't love it, you can return it.
So for $20 off your Buffy comforter, go to buffy.co. Buffy.co, Buffy.co, and enter Taste Buds. Buffy.co and enter Taste Buds. You're going to get $20 off a sweet Buffy comforter.
Taking longer than I did. Okay, now here's your scoop of jelly. Because this idiot here thinks that I can't do it.
There's no need for names.
I'm already done. I just made a peanut butter and jelly. It's evenly spread. It took me it does zero mess. It took me no time whatsoever.
How?
Peanut butter, the jelly is evenly
How
spread.
dare you say that's evenly spread? How dare you?
You're kidding me, right?
No, that looks like somebody got shot in the head and that's what hit the wall afterwards.
Where's it lacking, the jelly? Where?
Here. Here. Here.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Look at that. Big piece of brain right there.
Joe, you're reaching, Joe.
Give me.
Reaching. Look at this.
Hold on.
I'm
Give
eating a peanut
wait.
butter and jelly. But
Now
Joe,
I gotta spread my
Joe,
jelly.
But Joe, what happened? What happened?
I gotta
Joe?
spread my jelly now.
Okay, what does that prove? Again, I never told you can't make it with a spoon.
And again, son of a bitch. And again, I told you, stop it. I told you that it's going to be better with a spoon.
How's it going to be better? How the fuck is it going to be better? It's the same 3 ingredients done in the same exact way. That is way too much jelly. That's going to shoot out the... That is so much jelly. This has proved my point. You're overdoing it.
No,
I never seen that much jelly. You got to zoom in. I need the listeners to weigh in on this. I need the viewers to weigh in on this. That is so much jelly. Oh, it's way over the top.
Looks pretty good to me.
You can't fold that. I know what you're going to do. You're going to pull some bullshit where you have an open-faced peanut butter and jelly
Think I
sandwich.
can't fold it?
Joe, do not get it on my carpet.
You think I can't fold it?
I think you cannot. Not without shooting on the sides. Here, go ahead. Right over there. Go ahead, fold it. And now take bites out of it. Take a bite out. Look at this, Pimp. Zoom in, Pimp. Zoom in. Because this guy's failing at it with the spoon, and I wasn't even challenging him with the spoon.
Hold on a second.
It's all over the Look
Why?
He said mine was going to be a mess. He said mine was going to be a mess. Look at the travesty.
Since when is it bad to
Look
have
at how much jelly is left on his spoon, Pip. Look at this. Look. He has so much. Look at the jelly in the middle of the thing. Look at that. Look at it. And look at how much he has on his cinnamon. Look at his fingers. Look at him.
Did you just touch my sandwich?
You failed so bad.
I didn't fail. That's how I make a peanut butter and jelly.
Joe.
I don't know if you heard.
Everything you said was going to happen to me.
I don't know if you heard. I have a sandwich shop, dude.
Good. Zoom in. Yeah, okay. Look at I'm so happy. It's all over your face. I love it. Joe, this is a failure for you. Don't look me in the eye and say this isn't a failure for you. Oh, everything you said that was going to happen to me with the fork happened to you with the spoon. It's messy. It's all over the place. I made it better than you, more efficiently than you, quicker than you. I knew this was going to happen. I said it. Rewind the tape. I said a few things I said. I said, what do you think is going to happen? I'm going to come up here. I'm going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a fork, simply and easily, and I'm going to eat it. And then what are you going to say? He didn't say anything, and that's exactly what happened. I also said, I don't even think you can't make it with a spoon. There's no reason for you to even make one. Right. You made one anyway, and then you dug a hole for yourself because you couldn't even pull it off with ease and precision. You really took a real hot shit.
I think mine's delicious. Can you not eat over mine? Don't eat over mine. I want it because I still want to eat it.
Look at the amount of jelly.
I put a lot of jelly
still on the spoon.
There was never a rule about it. Was even spread was the argument, and it was evenly
Look
spread.
Look at your jelly. Your jelly's all over the side of the plate here, hanging on your fingers, your lips, coming out of the side of it. You talked about brain matter. This looks like explosive brain matter.
My sandwich. You got to stop touching it.
You can't waste jelly like that. I wasn't raised like that. You put what you need on it. You're gonna eat that jelly?
Wasting jelly?
You have spoonfuls of jelly to eat on a la carte.
Spoonfuls, he says. Let's go to the phones.
You're going to eat that jelly a la carte?
I swear to God. Remember when you had to wipe your spoon off?
Whole sandwich I ate. Zero mess. Zero. Evenly
because you
spread.
barely put any peanut butter or jelly on it.
Oh. This guy, forget about it now. Forget it.
Start reading comments, please.
Yeah, I know. You're doing what you want. You go to the phones when you fail. You want to go to the phones right away.
Fine.
Yeah. That's a good sandwich.
This is a great comment.
Damn good sandwich. Which one?
The top one.
No, he didn't even bring up Magic Spoon. I literally see 15 minutes of Magic Spoon heads in these podcasts. You can't use a fork for cereal. If you chose fork, you also anti-Magic Spoon.
That's a contender for winner. Already.
I need another napkin. I don't want to get the mics dirty at all. Guys, you can scoop anything with a spoon. Not true.
Yes, it is.
Anything that you need a spoon for can be dumped directly into your hole. That's what I said. That's what I said. Just dump it in your hole.
Spoon. Don't say that's not true. That's true.
You can eat anything with a fork except soup, I guess, but soup isn't really even a meal anyway.
By the way,
Look at this. Look at this guy. He's still having trouble. I've digested my sandwich. He has the shakes.
None of it got wasted.
Look what happened. The jelly fell out into his palm. Look, get it on camera. Own it. Own it. Oh, this just took a turn on you. You look like a preschooler right now. Look at you. Look at you. Both hands are in the air. You can't even hold the plate because your hands are filthy. The plate is filthy. You got jelly all over the goddamn coffee table with your spoon. Chunks of jelly. Oh, you son of a bitch. You're a son of a bitch. I mean, this just the wheels fell off. The wheels fell off of your spoon. Look at this. Look at this. It's disgusting what he did. Oh, it's, I mean, I rest my, I should not have to say another word. I shouldn't have to say another word. I didn't even challenge him to use a spoon to compare. I just said, I'll come up, I'll make it simply, and I'll do it. I did what I said, and everything that he was trying to do went wrong. And he was trying to show me up with it, and it all went wrong. Would you just wipe that off with a dry rag? What are you, a barbarian? You don't think the jelly residue is all over that countertop?
I was scooping it up with a tissue because it was all I could find right now.
Well, what a mess the spoon made, yeah?
I like a messy sandwich.
Oh, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get jumped on the streets. You're going to get jumped on the streets. I swear to you. I swear to you. Someone's going to just see you, and they're going to clock you in the chops and say, I'm sorry, but I had to do that for all the disrespect.
Another contender for best comment today. Spoon is so versatile, you can use it for everything. The best thing about a fork is shoving it into an outlet.
Shoving it into what?
An outlet. The fork. Can you eat soup with a fork? No, you cannot. How are you going to eat your liquids when you're an old man? Not only that, but one wrong move and the fork ends your life, babe. Just saying.
I'm telling you right now, I think the fork as a weapon is a plus. And also, guys, the soup argument is old, guys. It's done. We just sip the soup out of the bowl. So all you got is soup, and that's not even. And I'm dispelling the soup argument. Okay.
I say spoon because it's better to eat with. I mostly use spoons than I use forks. Spooning leads to forking. Very clever.
Funny.
Okay.
Run this again when you get a sponsor called Magic Fork. They're coming out. See, our fans are coming out for your Magic Spoon.
Wait, go back. I used a fork to stab my brother in the forehead when we were young. Left 4 dots in his head. So forks are cool, I guess.
I brought up the weaponizing of the fork. The spoon can do the job of a fork, but a fork can't do the job of a spoon. Not true. Next person said right to you. I'd argue the opposite is true. Fork scoop better than spoon stab. Jeremy, 100% correct.
Forks, you need to stab with precisions. Spoons, you just need to be in the general area. Plus, you can't really shovel with a fork.
Oh, I shovel with a fork.
There's room for human error. Out of laziness and pure gluttony, I vote spoons.
The fact... That's okay. Oh, this one, undisputed. Actually, beep that. I'm not giving them a promo.
Yeah.
An account here says, we just running out of ideas here. No, absolutely not. We're having fun and innovating, you piece of shit.
Yeah, go to that podcast page real quick. No. All right, leave it alone. Sorry. Strong disagrees. Salad with a spoon is a nightmare. Oh, wait, somebody brought up salad with a spoon?
Of course they did, because it was a very good argument that I made.
They weren't listening to you, Sal.
No, but it's a relatable, universal truth.
How about this? Here's
Scroll up a little bit. Spoons shouldn't exist. Simple as that. Feels like a UFO in your mouth. They're only good for soup and cereal, and that's about it. Might as well use a ladle. A spork is better than a spoon. Utensils sanity is as follows. Fork, spork, spoon.
This is interesting. Here's a cadet. This is the military argument. If my cadet days are anything to go by, I'd say I wouldn't be too fussed if I forgot a fork, but pissed if I forgot a spoon. They're just more handy to have. Thank you. Spoon because of ice cream. Spoon, heads right, and even numbers are the same. Forks, tails left, and odd numbers. Oh, okay.
I will tell you this, babe. We both thought, the reason we picked out of a hat is we both thought fork. And
know.
from the comments, seem to be skewing more spoon, no?
No, I think it's pretty even. I think we're just... Let's go to the vote, Pimp. We're about out of time here.
That was what I said, too. Spoon, you got to balance everything. Fork, I don't know where it was, but...
Actually, neither. The greatest kitchen utensil is a large purple spatula. If I get... Okay, our winner... Let's give the win to the first magic spoon comment. That was very funny. You ready for this? I don't know which way it's going to go.
I don't know either. I was confident, very, very confident.
Follow Joe. What's his name? Wait, Pimp. Slow down the trigger there. Follow Joe Lewis at Plaque or Plaque. PLAQUEORPLACK.
Let's get this humble pie segment in here. Drum roll, please.
10,816 votes.
Oh, I'll take it. Woo! 62.2% fork to 37.8% spoon. That is a decent. That's nearing a 12% margin of victory, which is where I thought we'd land.
All right.
I'll take that. Write to us at info@tastebudspod.com and leave us merch that you would like. Do you want it on a hat? We got hats, hoodies, and T-shirts covered. Tell me where else you want it. You want socks? You want undergarments? Do you want forks and spoons? What do you want? Tell us what you want. Tell us what you want to say. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you parrot and say most when you think of it. And you're talking with your friends, and you guys are all talking about your favorite episodes of Taste Buds and who said what. And this was a real zinger when you're laughing and you're pushing each other into the bushes. Tell us what you talk about. We'll put it on some merch for you. That's info@tastebudspod.com. I still love you, babe.
I love you too.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic. I'm talking taste buds.